Paying off student debt, carving out a career, and working out strange new business and personal relationships. That's pretty much how most 20 and 30-somethings balance their time. But some of us, it appears, are more than a little driven by the big bucks at a much earlier age. In 1987, Bill Gates, at 31 years of age, became a self-made billionaire. Just over 20 years later, in 2008, Mark Zuckerberg took the title for youngest self-made billionaire when he reached that status at just 23 years old. Our billionaires seem to be getting younger and younger. But who else has reached billionaire status as a youngin? That's what we'll find out in this episode of the Infographics Show, Who Became Billionaires the Youngest? Perhaps the youngest billionaire in the world right now is a 23-year-old Norwegian heiress. Alexandra Anderson, an investment banker and heir to a family tobacco fortune, is a typical young billionaire. Because her dad's company is now worth a mint, she and her 22-year-old sister are currently the youngest billionaires rocking the billionaire circuit. Alexandra enjoys horse riding, cause why not, is part of the national dressage team, and is said to own at least 6 of the horses. The net wealth of the horses is currently unknown. But not all young billionaires inherited their fortunes. The aforementioned Mark Zuckerberg was just 23 years old when Facebook exploded from his college dormitory and into the world's biggest social network website. Even after taking a hit after flotation, Zuckerberg is still worth something around the staggering $72 billion mark, not bad for a lad who has yet to hit 35 years of age. The slightly older co-founder of Napster, Sean Parker, was an early mentor to Mark Zuckerberg and an early investor in Spotify and other startup companies. He's currently amassed more than $2 billion to his name and reached billionaire status in 2005 at the ripe old age of 26. Parker proves that having a finger in many tech pies is the best way forward to amass a fortune in your early years. Since 2005, Parker has been an active donor to cancer research and has pledged a $5 million grant to create an immunotherapy dream team to help control and prevent the disease. Snapchat co-founder Evan Spiegel became a billionaire in 2015 at the age of 25, making him one of the youngest self-made billionaires. He's now worth just double that at $2.1 billion. Snapchat is a photo messaging service that exchanges temporary photos between friends and was valued at $10 billion in 2014. Representing China, Wang Yu became a billionaire at the age of 29 through development of online and mobile gaming. Wang, formerly of 51.com, has built King.net into a leading online and mobile game service and also runs a popular mobile phone application. Meanwhile, Larry Page earned his first billion in 2004 at the age of 30, making Google's co-founder one of the youngest to first hit the billion-dollar sweet spot. Today, Larry is estimated to be worth around $35 billion, according to, you guessed it, Google. Lucas Walton, son of Walmart founder Sam, inherited a sizable sum of the estate following his father's death, making John, at age 31, a young billionaire who got his money the old-fashioned way, through inheritance. The fortune was thought to have been left to his mom, Christy Walton, but recent news indicates Lucas was the main beneficiary of the Walmart billions. Lucky him. 2015's richest man, the above-mentioned Bill Gates, had his first billion netted by the age of 31, which makes him one of the groundbreaking pioneers of the get-rich tech-savvy brigade. Today, Gates is worth around $91.2 billion and is still going strong. But things weren't always so rosy. The Microsoft founder was said to have memorized employees' license plate numbers to monitor their comings and goings to and from the office in his earlier years as Microsoft boss, but has admitted when the company became a certain size, he had to loosen up a little. Representing the energy sector, Scott Duncan, age 34, is worth over $5.5 billion after he began the pipeline company Enterprise Pipelines with inherited money. While the energy sector has been taken over by the tech industry in terms of young billionaires, let us not forget that there is still plenty of old money in oil and gas. Duncan is a young gun in an old man's game. Amazon's co-founder Jeff Bezos raked in his first million at age 35 in the year 1999. The CEO's shares in the global mail order service brought him from millionaire to billionaire as worldwide sales flourished. He's now worth an estimated $125 billion, and business is flourishing with the advent of Amazon Kindle, Amazon TV, and their new publishing and content services. Nathan Blekarczyk is a 34-year-old billionaire worth almost 4 big ones. He co-founded and has a 13% stake in Airbnb, the international company that is taking on traditional hotel chains and the hospitality industry around the world, showing us yet again that the tech world is infiltrating all business sectors with increasing and escalating success stories for the well-heeled young. And back to tech companies, Mark Cuban sold his first company, Micro Solutions, to make him a millionaire, and then sold his second, Broadcast.com, at the age of 40 years old, making him his first billion in 1998. Last of all, and perhaps the granddaddy of the modern-day billionaire boys club, is Sir Richard Branson, who didn't earn his first $1 billion until he'd reached the comparatively wise old age of 41. Thanks to the success of his many companies, the Virgin Group CEO is now worth approximately $5 billion, and Sir Richard, along with Bill Gates and new boy on the block Mark Zuckerberg, have paved the way for many billionaires to follow in their trailblazed paths. So, do you think it'll get more and more common for people in their 20s to become billionaires? Let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other video called What $1 Million Gets You. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time!